Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with a slightly different video. Today we're going to be doing a preview of the Canadian Grand Prix on race day. So basically you guys are going to be seeing the Grand Prix in a couple of hours time, as am I. But I'm going to try and be predicting what's going to be going on after qualifying, so I can maybe give my 2 cents on what might be happening in today's Canadian Grand Prix. So let's have a quick run through the starting grid. Obviously Hamilton qualified on pole position after quite a comfortable margin over Nico Rosberg. In second place, then it was Raikkonen, and then Bottas are the two Finns on row number 2. Then both Lotuses on row number 3, which is good to see. Grosjean and Maldonado both putting in strong performances. And I actually had my fingers crossed for Maldonado today. He's had such bad luck so far this season. I really hope he can get a good result here today. Maybe a top 5. But anything inside the points in this race today would be a very good success for Maldonado and Lotus, as he's had a terrible start to the season. Hulkenberg once again with a strong performance in 7th. Kvyat beats Ricciardo and he's 8th place on the grid with Ricciardo 9th. Perez once again in the top 10. Sainz out qualifying his teammate in 11th, and Ericsson. Alonso's in 13th after penalties, and Massa, Mary and Stevens in 16th and 17th respectively. Vettel in 18th after a penalty. I think he got, was it a 5-place grid penalty for overtaking it under a red flag. Verstappen got 15 places worth of penalties and he starts 19th place, and also I think has a 10-second penalty in the race as well. And Button is in 20th place and he started at the back of the grid because he didn't set a time in qualifying, but he put satisfactory times in practicing, I should say. So that's why he starts last place on the grid and not Verstappen. So yeah, overall guys, I'm not gonna lie, Hamilton looks like he's got a really strong race pace here as well today. I mean, I think in all fairness, I mean, whether you support Rosberg or Hamilton, I think we can all really say that Hamilton normally, just to say it, normally has a bit over Rosberg. I mean, a 1/10 of a second. It's normally that close. It's quite close between the two. You know, 1 or 2 tenths of a second between Hamilton and Rosberg normally in race pace. And I think it's a lot down to the start, because if Rosberg can't get ahead of Hamilton on the start, then it's going to be tough for him, because there haven't been too many races that I can remember where Rosberg's actually overtaken Hamilton on track. That's nothing against Rosberg, but just in modern day Formula 1, if you can get a bit of a gap, it's quite hard to close down the gap and then overtake. I mean, maybe it's easier in Montreal. I mean, last year it showed that there was overtaking and all that sort of stuff, especially at the end of the race. Lots of overtaking did happen, and obviously it shows that it can happen here in Canada, but it is quite tough with these modern day Formula 1 cars, especially with the drivers so close. It's really tough to actually get enough of a margin for Hamilton to, really lose the lead of this race if he does get a good start here today. So yeah, I do predict that Hamilton will win this race, with Rosberg probably in 2nd place, but I'm going to be a bit bold for my 3rd place prediction. I mean, a lot of people probably wondering, it's probably going to be Raikkonen or Bottas, but I actually think that Grosjean, if he can maybe do 1 stop less than the rest, I think, is it a 2-stop race here in Canada or a 3-stop race? I can't remember. But he might be able to do 1 stop less, Grosjean, as the Lotus is generally good on its tyres, and he might be able to pull out a podium here today if he can pull off a good strategy here. So that's what I'm hoping, at least, because I want to see Lotus on the podium. As I'm actually quite a big supporter of Grosjean and Maldonado as well. People are probably like, oh no, but I like the whole Lotus team in general. I do support both of their drivers in a way, so hopefully they do well here today. So yeah, looking forward to this race, and hopefully it will be a good one. I mean, if we're looking at a top 5 prediction, I can't really predict the top 10, but I go for a top 5 of Hamilton, Rosberg, Grosjean, Bottas, Raikkonen. Let's see if that works out. I mean, we also got Vettel obviously coming through the order as well, so who knows what's going to happen in terms of that. But I'm looking forward to this race nonetheless. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. But yeah, I think Hamilton, he just has that bit of a pace advantage over Rosberg in this. So we'll see, but I think it's going to be a Hamilton win once again. Thanks again for watching, guys. It's been AlexZAfRo. Goodbye.